I just had such a refreshing conversation. But look at the little. I just had such a refreshing conversation. Like, I was able to really pull my like what I'm working on. Like, I was able to pull it out and say it in words because I'm a visionary. So a lot of the times I can see what it is that I want to be doing, or I can see what my house look like. I can see what the kind of car I'm gonna be driving, but I'll be like, damn, like, I can see that shit, Lord, but how do I get to it? How do I get to it? But it's the people that I get connected with help me get to it. And it's such a beautiful process. And I'm just glad that I'm more aware now, because before I really didn't know, my goals and, talents and all gifts and all that stuff. So now that I'm more self-aware, now I can see how all my life people have been helping me get to where I need to be. So, but yeah, it's just, we have to really become more comfortable with being alone. And I had to be alone. I had a lot of stuff that I had to work on. And I was depressed. Very, very depressed. I'll tell you, I can remember, and I'm an emotional eater. Like, when I'm depressed, I eat I have no self-control. So that's kind of where I am again in my life right now. Like, I don't have a lot of self-control. But it's because I'm going through a transition. It's really difficult. It's really very heavy. However, I've done it before. I've done it time and time again. I've become okay with being alone. So, and when I say that, I don't always mean physically. I mean emotionally, mentally. Really sitting in a dark room and really thinking about the things that hurt you the most, the things that brought you the most pain, and really working on a solution on how to get over it. Whether it's cutting that person off, whether it's confronting somebody, whether it's, changing, you might need to change your last name. You might need to, take your name off of a lease, or, whatever that looks like to you. What it was to me is, what I do is, I self-sabotage myself. So what I mean by that is, I will recognize the issue, create a solution, heal, and then reintroduce myself to the trauma. Reintroduce myself to the person or the thing or the place that brought me the pain. So I got to stop doing that. And, if you hurt me, just know I don't fuck with you. And it's because I'm not going to keep on messing up. That's just like you keep re-injuring the same wound. Like, I'm not going to keep on re-injuring the same wound. Like, I'm not going to keep on picking my scab off. Like, eventually I want my skin to, grow back. I want to be able to rub shea butter on it every day so that the mark go away, so you can't even tell that it was there. Now, I might pick the scab off the first time. You know what I'm saying? I might. It's an impulsive thing for me. I am a scab picker. But eventually, I want to get to the point where I can rub some shea butter on it. I want to get to the point where I can put some Neosporin on it. I want to be able to put something on it so it can heal. I don't want it to keep on being a scab that I pick off. Like, where the fuck is that getting me? It's not getting my skin healed. It's getting me an infection. I don't want no motherfucking infection. I want to be healed. So I can't keep reintroducing you into my life if you bring me pain. And then you're not working on yourself. You're not holding yourself accountable. I'm doing all this shadow work, and you just going through life thinking that you ain't did nothing wrong. You don't need no help. You don't need no therapist. You're just perfect. And I'm supposed to fuck with you? No, I'm good. May you be blessed. But I'm good. So, I want to do this tour. I want to do this book. I want to do these classes so that I can teach people how to be okay with being alone. And unfortunately, it's not a very exciting topic. It's not really what people want to do. It's not really what people want to hear. But at this point, I don't give a fuck. I have been working with these families, with this agency for 2 years. And it's some stuff that it is a very, very big disconnect with people. And we want to run to the psychologist. We want to run to the psychiatrist for our mental health issues when we're bringing it upon ourselves. It ain't no pill gonna fix your trauma. It ain't no pill gonna fix your pain. You gotta sit in that shit. You gotta cry through that shit. You gotta work out. You can't just keep on drinking. Everybody just want to be drinking and getting high, and then overeating, eating all this bad shit, and then fucking dying. Or being a diabetic, or having this issue, or having that issue, or this or that. No, it's because you keep harboring the pain. And you keep surrounding yourself by the people who brought it to you. I refuse, oh Lord, I refuse. I refuse, oh Lord, I refuse. That's why I love being a networker. I love meeting new people because I'm meeting people who have not brought me pain. And the people who have brought me pain intentionally. Now, if you brought me pain and I confronted you about you bringing me pain and you showing me you don't give a fuck you too. I'm not fucking with you. You will not hold space in my life. And I don't give a fuck if you're a grandmother, a mother, an auntie, a cousin, a godmother. I don't give a shit. And that's on period. You served your purpose in my life. And if you did right by me, I am grateful for you. But then if you also done not so right by me, and I let you know that you didn't do right by me, and you don't hold yourself accountable, and you don't give a fuck, then it's been real. I appreciate you. Enjoy your life. Because I'm not doing that. You're not going to keep on bringing me pain. I'm trying to heal. I want to be able to rub that shea butter on me, baby. I want to be able to watch my skin glow. I can't keep on having no scabs. The fuck? That don't feel good. I don't feel sexy with a bunch of scabs. I don't want to wear revealing clothes and show off my beautifulness with a bunch of scabs. That ain't sexy. Bitch, I'm out here trying to be sexy, ho. I ain't trying to walk around with no scabs, no scars, no wounds. I want to heal that shit. So if you're also looking to have beautiful skin, please visit naturalbeauty3.com. No, I'm just playing because I don't even got the website no more. I stopped paying for the website because I wasn't getting enough orders coming in. So, yes, we still make the healing hair and body butter. We still have clients. I deliver body butter I have clients in Canton. I ship it to Columbus. My sister is my #1 top supporter. And so I still manufacture it. Yeah, like I still create it, but I haven't been marketing. I haven't been running a website. I haven't been posting because I've gotten out there. I've done vendor shows, wonderful, successful vendor shows. And I kept the website going. You know, I kept it up even though it wasn't paying for itself. And I wasn't getting repeat customers. I didn't have people inquiring like, hey, bought your shea butter at a show and yada yada, loved it, and yada yada yada. So I don't really know what it is. I know it's something that I probably need to work on, but I need to be able to get repeat customers. And yeah, it might be me too. I didn't get, I didn't call them and say, hey, met you. It could be on me too. So I just wasn't pushing hard enough in that business, and that's okay. That's fine. It's still always going to be there. To be honest, I started it for Onaya. She's the beauty. She's the future esthetician. So, that's another thing is we have to do shit like that. Like, we can't expect to accomplish everything in this lifetime. Some things we're setting up for our children to carry on, and then they should be setting it up for their children to carry on. Like, that's the thing about these schools and these jobs is we can't pass on our job to our children. We're going to have to work the job so that we can survive and pay our bills, but we're also going to have to be building something or learning a trade. Like I got my CDL. So if I want to train, if I see that my son might be interested in it, if I see like he's a good driver, like we have to be paying attention to our children. We have to pay attention to what our children are good at doing. Like if you know what your child is good at doing, then you can guide them into a business so that they don't have to just, be dependent on the job, because the job might not be there. But if you have a skill or a trade, or you created a business and you've created a following and you've done the marketing and you got sales going on, you can always fall back on that. If the job don't work out, then you can invest the time that you was putting in on the job to your business, and then you can watch that business increase tenfold, 10 times what your job was doing. So we have to do that for our children. Like, and people are just caught up in the wrong kind of mindset of what parenthood is about. It's like parenthood is not about just this surface shit, like making sure your child got what you didn't have, and making sure they got Jordans on their feet and they wearing name brand clothes, whatever bullshit. That don't mean shit. How does your child treat other people? How does your child respect themselves? Does your child know their gifts and their talent? Does your child know what they're good at? Does your child have positive self-talk? Does your child know what positive affirmations are? Does your child know how to defend themselves against spiritual warfare? Because that's the real shit. That's the real shit. But that's also why you can get your natal chart for your child. You can get your natal chart for your child. I know all of my children's placements. I have all of our natal charts. I actually keep it with me. Hold on, I'm going to show you. I got receipts. Isn't that what they said? I got receipts. I got about 3 journals in my work bag. I got about 3 journals. I have a planner where I got my goals and I track my bills and stuff like that. I have this. This is where I write my. I was using it for ideas, but then it turned into a work. For my notes, it turned into a work notebook. And then I have another ideas notebook where I put my ideas now instead of this one, because this is now for work. So yeah, but I'll show you. I wish I had to put the date. I wish I had to put the date when I did this, because this was a couple years ago. But you can see, it's all of my children. They're all their placements. You might not can understand it because it's all in cursive or whatever. And then on the back I have my husband. My husband's placements at the top and mine's at the bottom. And then here I have my houses. I just recently did this. I just recently tapped into my houses and just reminding myself, because I hadn't looked at this and kind of like talked about where my planets fall in my houses. I haven't discussed stuff like that since I was in a group called the X Council, which I really love being in that group. But we talked about our birth charts and our natal charts and our house placements. So I hadn't had that kind of conversation since like 2017, 2018. So, I'm glad I got this. But we really have to learn how to be comfortable with being with ourselves and learning ourselves, because that will dictate anything else that you do in life. It dictates anything else that you do in life. And it'll give you confirmation for things you should be doing in your life. So, I'm going to hop off my soapbox. I've been really I need this open road. I realized that's, what trucking did for me. Trucking was amazing. It was amazing. It was quite the experience, and I'm grateful that I went on here and did that shit. I'm grateful I didn't let nobody talk me out of doing it. The universe provided a way, and again, I listened to people. The people guided me to trucking. People guided me into trucking. So I'm telling you, you have to be able to be comfortable with being alone so that you can process your thoughts and process your desires, process your pain. Like, you need time to process it without having other people's energy around. So people that want to keep jumping from relationship to relationship, you're never truly just being in your own energy. You're inviting all these other energies into your space, so it becomes confusing. Then you think you're supposed to be doing this. No, that's such and such supposed to be doing that. That ain't for you. You trying to live other people's paths because you haven't tapped into yourself. You gotta learn how to tap into yourself. So y'all see me posting about this tour. You see me posting about the class. You see me posting that's my goal. I'm helping you tap into yourself, but it's a process. It's a process. So what you see me is I'm leading off with sex because that's what's going to capture the attention of the audience. I have to talk about sex, but sex is a major part of it. And it ain't even sex with another person. It's sex with yourself. I got to teach you sex with yourself on there's many levels of sex with yourself. And it's very, very it's very magical. It's very magical. Sex is very magical. But that's all. So y'all make sure y'all tune in. Get y'all a ticket. Come out and see it, It's life changing. It helped me change my life. So, but here's my point is, you gotta, be careful with the light that you're inviting in. Like, once you get in that dark space, once you're in that darkness, once you're sitting with yourself and trying to figure things out, you have to make the reason why you want to do that is so that you can find the right light. So you can find the right light. See, for me, I was already in a relationship. I had already found a light, or what I thought was a light. And then I began to learn this stuff. Actually, let me back up, because I wasn't in a relationship. I was engaged, and I left, and I broke off that engagement, and then I was by myself. So this was 2006. It was 2006. 2005, 2006 is when I was going through this. So I broke off the engagement, and I went and I was alone. And this was the first time I was ever alone in my life, because previous to this, I was at home. So I went from being at home to being in college to being with this fiance to being alone. So it was my very, very first time ever being alone by myself. And then on top of that, I wasn't happy and I was depressed. So it would have been different if I was by myself and things was this and everything was hunky-dory, but I was unemployed. I was now not in love and not in a relationship. I was alone. I wasn't making enough money. to pay my bills. So I was robbing Peter to pay Paul, and then I was a college student on top of that. So I was emotionally eating. I can remember I would order Marco's Pizza. That was my favorite thing to order. And I would order a medium pizza, and I would have sausage and pepperoni on it. And then I would order wings, like a 10 order of wings. And I would eat all of it. I don't mean like I would eat some and put it up for later. No, like I would eat all of it. And so I was in a miserable place. Okay. And so let me see. I got a different job. Something happened because but I was in college. So what was happening was, money was fine. Like I didn't have enough money to do extra stuff, but I had enough to cover my bills. So I was just making enough. But I'm in college. So my goal is to graduate, get my bachelor's degree, and get a better job, make more money. So I moved to so I couldn't afford to live there. So I ended up taking like my financial aid check or whatever, and I ended up moving, or my tax refund or whatever. So I ended up moving out of that spot that I was in, and I moved before I got evicted. So I just kind of pretty much like left that spot, vacated it or whatever. So I moved into a better apartment, and I started to feel a lot better. That apartment had a lot of natural light, which I loved. So I started to feel a little better, but I still was avoiding my pain. I still wasn't there. I was still trying to figure it out. But I was using sex as a way to alleviate the pain. I was using sex as a distraction. So I was being promiscuous, just being dumb. I was being dumb. I was being so dumb that I passed up a proposal. So I was proposed to. Somebody asked for my hand in marriage, and I said no, and I should have said yeah. So, with me saying no, I don't know if in 2 miles. Oh shit, I'm almost there. Hold on. Okay then. I know where I am from here. So I was being promiscuous. I said no to the one I should have said yes to, and I said yes to the one I should have said no to. So I don't know if it was karma. It was like I don't know. Like I guess it was karma, or I don't know. But it's a part of my story. It's a part of my life. But I think what I did was I said yes to the wrong light. But it's because I still hadn't faced my shit. I still hadn't faced my pain. So I said yes to the one who addressed my pain. I had someone who was addressing my pleasure. Well, I can't say it like that. I have to say I had one who wasn't addressing my pain. And I had one who was addressing my pain, or acknowledging. Maybe I should say that. Maybe I should say I had one who wasn't acknowledging my pain. And I had one who was acknowledging my pain. I had one who was saying, I can see deep into your eyes. I had one who was tapping into me in a way that I hadn't been tapped into before, and it intrigued me. It intrigued me, but I should have.
Use the second from the right lane.
It was a form. It was manipulation. It was manipulation.
Take the I-270 south rim.
Because what the fuck you mean you see something deep into my eyes? Like, that's not what you say to somebody on the internet that you're meeting over social media. You're supposed to be like, I want to take you out. So it was just red flag. I just ignored the red flag. Like, here I am, I got a man on his knees asking for my hand in marriage. And I'm like, nah, because A, B, and C. Some dumb shit. Dumb surface shit. Some shit that really at the end of the day didn't even fucking matter. It don't even fucking matter. It didn't even matter. It didn't even fucking matter. So I still really don't know what that was about. You know, I still really don't even know what that was about. But I really hate to even think about it. How all of that went down. Because even when I had the two, so I had the one who I said no to. So I started to, kind of see what this guy was about. The one who I said yes to. You know, I want to see what he's about. Like, what you mean you can see my pain? Like, tell me more. You know, I was like intrigued. West. No. All right, at this point. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Wait.